Hi there guys, so yes, what we need to do now is we are going to have a look at the fertilizing state after we've harvested. So now we are ready to do our last test, which is the one without the plowing. Now it says we need to plow, so we're going to do that. If we look at our fifth test, it says no plowing, and then we're just going to fertilize, cultivate and plant, and then hopefully we find a good result or some more ideas. Okay, let's do that just guys. Let us do that. Right, so what we need to do now first is fertilize, obviously, then cultivate and then plant. Right, here we go. Without further ado, I just don't have my... Alright, I just need to reboot my game quickly guys. Bear with me, I'll be back in a flash. Great man, so yes, without further ado, let's just jump in and get going with this fertilizing bit. Wonderful. So fertilize 3 times, obviously we just do 1 now. Just get here, next we're gonna go here, first waypoint, go, run forest run. Okay, so most oddest things happen when you don't plow guys. I still can't explain it, but anyways, you'll see now. You can see the field is accepting the fertilizer, because you can see the colors change here. So yes, it's definitely fertilizing, although it doesn't show here on the map as being fertilized. So yeah, that's one thing to keep in mind. And whether it is fertilizing or not, who knows? That's what we're going to find out because we haven't plowed. Okay guys, so yeah, let's just see what that does. Okay, while that is getting ready, I just want to get my cultivator in line so long. I wonder if there will be time to somewhere start it, get it going before that fertilizer turns around. First waypoint, culti 20 and drive. Let's have a look. Yeah, we made it guys. Now we're going to cultivate. So you all agree we've done our first set of fertilizing, and then let's go there. Just want to drive past the truck and check that it's empty. Good thing to keep consistent, you know. Yep, it looks empty. Not going to park it too far away because we're going to just be doing some seeding just now. Oops, that was missed. So here we go. Once again, I've taken out the little sign for them. Oh my gosh, Farmer Bob, what are you doing? First waypoint and seed, and we are just in time to stop this boy here. Great stuff. Right, so we've cultivated, we fertilized, we cultivated, and now we're seeding. Gonna be interesting guys. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, the weather looks alright. And what's interesting is you can immediately see color of the ground. once it's seeded, it looks like it's not fertilized. So yeah, between me and you, it definitely looks like it's not fertilized. But before the seed, you can see it is fertilized, because it's like that darkish color. That's some of the things that I find weird, you know, not plowing. But let's just carry on as normal, do the 3-stage fertilizer as we set off to do. So far everything has worked out perfect, so, and we found all the answers we wanted. It's just this last few that we're wondering about. Alright, here we go, guys. So we now have our field, not plowed, one fertilized, although it doesn't show it. And we're going to forward, let's do 12 hours. So 8 to 8 tonight. 100 hours. There you go. Right, so now, needless to say, now we jump into our fertilizer again. So that's our first growth stage. If we look at our growth, it has jumped to that one. So I wonder if we should just let it go to the next stage. Let's just spray it now as well. Doesn't matter. Can't do any harm. You can't do more than 3 stages, and I don't think it will make a difference anyway. This game's only programmed to do that much, you know. So this is our first stage of the growth. So we go first waypoint. There you go. And you will see the ground color changes once again, which is an indication that it does accept the fertilizer. So here we go. And our little plants are sprouted, so there you go. There you can see nicely ground color changes, so that means it is fertilizing. Good. Right, here we go, guys. So now let's forward another. Well, what we can do is just forward until the next stage of growth appears. So I'll do 10 hours just to make sure, because there's actually 4 stages of growth. So yeah, if we just fertilize between all of them, we should cover the whole lot. Should be alright then. Right, let's keep the light on the subject. Helps a lot. Alright. Okay, so it's 8 o'clock, so let us go to 8 is to 4 o'clock. See that do we get another growth stage? Yes, we do. And you see the ground has changed once again, so that definitely indicates another roll. Our little what do you call it, wheat plants has grown substantial amount, so yeah, let's leave it. Now we're going to give them some more fertilizer to think about, and you can see the difference in color. There you can clearly see the difference in color before and after, so yeah, it's definitely fertilizing. That's what we like. This is now our third fertilizer, so yeah, it should be alright now to go to 8 o'clock. I don't know if it's gonna be ready to harvest at 8, but let's have a look where it is now on the growth stage. It is seems to be on the dark green, not that green, but this one, yeah. So the next stage will be ready to harvest. Yeah, it should be alright. Alright, stop the driver, fold it up, close up here. And there we go. If I'm right, this should have been our last stage now anyways. Right, let's go to 7 o'clock in the day, so let's just have a look. Is there anything else coming? Don't know, I don't know, I don't know. Let's go up to 8:30. Nothing, I don't see anything. Let's go 10 o'clock. Still nothing. There it is. Okay, ready to harvest. It's just crazy how inconsistent this times is on these fertilizer stages. The 3 stages is weird. I'd like to figure that out, you know. Oh, and we haven't emptied the harvester. Alright, let's quickly just empty it. So we cannot afford to have a wrong measurement. This was from harvesting that other crops to get rid of the plowing, or to actually get rid of the fertilizing stages so that we can get it to want us to plow, you know. So yeah. There you go, a little bit forward. There you go. But did you see the magic number occurred again? 3747, the Boeing number. So there's definitely something there, you know, to consider. Alright, let's have a look, guys. It's going to be interesting though. Can't wait. And there you go. This is going to be interesting, guys. This is going to be really interesting. See this result. This is if you select the 3 stages and periodic plowing and you never plow. Why would you do that? But anyway, we have to test it just to get some idea what's happening, you know? But yeah, it's been very interesting stuff that's occurred, you know. So let's just look at the result. Our friend James, all the way, came all the way to help us out. $6,473, guys. That is the magic number, 6473. 6473. That is totally weird. Considering well, it's not weird. It just means that I think it's the 10% that we haven't that we've lost because we haven't plowed. So that's just basically what it boils down to once again. So let us see. Switch off that big noise. 6473, guys. So what that means to us is, just want to go back here. Just wait for this. I just want to save my game here, because you won't believe this is the second time I'm doing this piece because of some issues with my hardware. 6473. Alright, go this away. 6473. Then what this means is we take the 6813, which is 6813 minus 6473, gives you a difference of 340 liters. 340 liters. So if you take 340 and you divide it by 6473, gives you times 10, and it is exactly 5%. How is that possible? That is weird. That is weird. Doesn't make sense. It's 0.52. It's 5.2%. Anyways, so that is the difference then. 5.2%. If you don't plow in this, so you don't lose 10%, you only lose 5%. It's crazy strange. Maybe this fertilizing makes up for it, you know, because you fertilize 3 times, you lose less crop. Okay, it just makes a bit more sense that way. But anyways, like I said, the proof is all in the results, you know. So that is definitely what is very crazy. 6473. And once again we can see it in the van, 6473, there it is. It is definitely 6473. So it's 5% less. So plowing in the 3-stage process gives you 5% more, not 10%. That's basically what we've just verified, guys, to put it in more perspective. Okay, so our next test, just to verify what we're going to do here, we're going to do everything, but we're only going to do 1 fertilizer instead of 3. Alright, so let us go back to the game. So we're going to plow first of all, obviously. Yeah, this tractor, it's got a nice starting sound. And Farmer Bob is plowing the road again, so yeah, please forgive him. Why is it not folding up? Why is it not folding up? I'm pressing the X key, but nothing is folding. Weird, but anyways, let's not worry about that then. Start at the first waypoint. Thank you very much. Farmer Bob, you are so silly. Look at this huge tractor with a small plow. Oh my gosh. This tractor is not really working, it's just idling. This plow is so small compared to capability of the tractor, you know, so he's laughing at the plow. But it sure is a nice tractor, guys, that's for sure. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm just going to finish plowing, and then once we finish plowing, I'm definitely going to, once we finish plowing, going to just forward the day till 8 o'clock in the morning, just for consistency's sake, you know. So yeah, that will be the order of the day. I can't remember now, guys, if I've mentioned this before, because I've lost 1 or 2 of my recordings, so I had to redo them. So I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but when you plow, if you look at the plow now here in front of us, this area here where it's plowing, look at the actual ground is every what do you call those things, I'm not sure of the English word for it, but anyway, every plow on that plow is moving the ground 1 width of the plow to the left at this moment. Now when we turn around, we're going to keep on moving the ground to the left. That's why you have to flip your plow, so that you don't form heaps in the middle of your land. That's one big concern when you're a real farmer, you know, is that you constantly moving your actual field to the one side. You see, now we're moving it to the right. But in essence, we're still moving the field that way, to the right. You know, previously we moved to the left, but it's still moving it to the other side. So yeah, you constantly have to remember on your farm what field you moved, what field you plowed which way, because you can't plow every year the same way, otherwise you're going to end up with a heap of ground on the other side. Much thicker land on the top of your field or at the bottom, depends on which way you're doing it. So every year you have to switch over. So one year you plow up, on the other year you'll move the ground down. Yeah, it's very interesting, guys. It's always a big concern on a farm, you know, to keep track of your plowing. it's very strange things, you know. But yeah, it's just the way it is. Make things easy. You have to keep track. Right, so we are here this side. So what I'm going to do now, of course, is just do our normal how do you call it, what is happening with this plow? I'm putting it down and it's not going down. There you go, sorry, I haven't selected it. Farmer Bob, you are so silly. Oh, there you go. Done deal. Now we have to just change this to nearest waypoint, and once we're out of the sticks we can start doing the rest. Yeah, great, man, guys. So we are there. Just need to do the bottom of the field and then it's okay. Susie is relaxing there while plowing. Oh my gosh. Alright. Not often you see people plowing with sandals on, guys. Oh word, imagine if you're doing it in the mud. You have to get out of the tractor with your little flip-flops. It's not gonna work so lekker. So nice. Oh my gosh, guys. Look at Farmer Bob. That's the way to go, man. Look at that big set of shoes and whatever, you know. That's the way to go. Don't come to the farm with your flip-flops. Not gonna work so nice. Alright, so I'm just struggling to align properly here. There you go, that should be alright. Nip that little piece in the butt, so otherwise there's a piece that hasn't been plowed. But in this case, we've done everything, guys. Nice. Right, so now obviously our next job, I just need to verify now, guys. I'm confused. So we're going to just fertilize once and then cultivate and plant. Right, so fertilize, cultivate and plant. So we look at our fertilizer. Fertilize, cultivate and plant. Alright, let's get into our cultivator so long. It will save a lot of time not to have to wait. Oh, that's reverse, guys. Oh my gosh. Okay. Culti. Alright, I think we can let it go. And then we'll set this one off to go as well. all three at once. I think if it's just there by that reservoir of ours, we can get it go. Right. And now we can just go to our sprayer just in time. Stop the driver, fold it up. Oh, don't switch it off. Just fold it up and go. Just go this way around. I don't know exactly what's happened there. Somehow my follow me did something. I'm not too sure even what it is, guys. But anyways, I'm not really a boffin on these things. Right, here we go, guys. Finally, this quick test. So let us forward the time now. It's 12:40. I actually forgot to forward the time. Oh my word. Alright, doesn't matter. Luckily, time in this type of setting doesn't really matter. There's 12 hours, 24 hours gone. We should have another crop coming. Is it coming? Is it coming? There it is. Right. Or not a crop, another stage. And now we should have another one coming. Is it coming? I think it's coming. It might be coming. There it is. And then obviously it's raining now. We wanted to harvest. Okay, luckily it just stopped. Right, we should have our harvest ready now. There it is. Okay. Alright. So we didn't do three-stage, what do you call it, fertilizing. We just did one fertilizer. And here we go. Now we're going to see what the results is, guys. That is going to be interesting. Right, the harvester was empty. We did empty the truck, did we? Yep, the truck is empty. So now we just wait, guys. Sit back and relax. Let the results speak for themselves. Or 769. That's a new one. 4769, guys. Interesting things. 4769. We're going to check everything now on our little log and see on our spreadsheet and whatever. See what is going on. Right, I'm going to not offload now. We can just put this noise away, and then want to just save this. I also want to just save the game just in case stuff happens. Oh, I just want to see now. So we're back at, we did plow. We're back at no plowing needed. So it looks like you're going to need to plant another crop again to get to the right stage, which makes me wonder. Okay, no, it doesn't matter. Makes me wonder, but it doesn't matter. All right, 47. What was it? 4769. 4769. So we have here 4769. Now that is, if we do the full house, which is that one there, with 3 stages, it's 6813. So we take 6813 minus 4769 is a difference of 2044 2044 liters on that crop. So if we take that 2044 divided by 4769. It's 42% more. How does that work? Because the game says 30% per. Game says 30%. Let me just see, did I work it out correctly, or is Farmer Bob de mekaar? Is he crazy? So you take the 2044, 6473. Oh yeah, I've just divided it by the wrong number, guys. Sorry, you divide it by the original number. So it's the original is 6473 minus the 47. You get 2044 liters. Divide 2044 by 6473, you get 31.57%. So that is, and you times it by 100, of course, 1.57%. Right, so with all due respect, let's just save this and go back to the game and go enter. Let's start it up. Oh, we want to just chuck this out. And now obviously we're going to do the last test, which is 2 fertilizer stages. Then we should get 60% more crop according to spec. So this definitely works, guys. That definitely works. I'll just quickly jump in just a sec. Right, guys, so our next thing, our next test obviously is going to be plowing, 2 fertilizings, cultivate and a plant. So that will be our next challenge, is to do a plowing and 2 fertilizing. I'm just plowing. I'm just tempted to check. See, my problem is it doesn't need plowing. So plowing is not going to make a difference in this sense. So we're going to have to just do one more harvest so that it needs plowing. Or we can just, I don't want to move the row into a place where it needs plowing. It's a difficult thing. Guys, no, let's just do it. I'm gonna seed the row quickly, harvest it so that this shows plowing, and then I'll just do that off screen, and then once it's ready, I'll be back. Alright guys, excellent. Guys, it took 3 harvests to actually get rid of the to get the soil so in the state that we need to plow it again. So it looks like every plow you give, every time you plow, you give yourself 3 harvests that you don't need to plow. That's what I've been finding. You can test this yourself, but I've just noticed that that you plow once and then you get 3 crops, and then it will ask you to plow again. Like in this case, it needs plowing again. So yeah, without further ado, let us just get stuck in. So we're going to be plowing now. So get our plow out. Here it is. I will time compress this, guys, just to obviously help out with everything. Not the first waypoint. guys, there we are. We finished plowing. We can just verify now. It should be brown again now on the game, on the map screen. So let's just verify that. Okay, yes, chocolate brown it is. Right, so now just want to refresh our memory. We're going to do plowing and then 2 fertilized stages, cultivate and plant. Right, so fertilizer, here it is. Alright, here we go. And then directly after the fertilizer we're going to do cultivating, which is this boy here, our challenger with the all-rounder cultivator. There you go. Spraying like crazy. Let's just verify that. Yes, it's working nicely. Alright, so our first stage is in. To just pass that marker there, the silo, and then this is our last sowing for this test, guys. It's been quite a rocky road to get here. My word, I'm glad this is finished. Okay guys, we finished cultivating as well for this test. We won't be needing the cultivator again. It's done us proud. Alright guys, so the only thing left to do now, it's 8 o'clock. So we need to forward 12 hours. Give one spray, which will be our second stage. Confirm that we have a second stage, and then we are done. Right, so let's just confirm, guys. The light blue is first stage. Alright, so now let us just forward some time. I'm gonna do it till 8 tonight, obviously. There you go. There's our crop, should be coming up just now, and there they are. And now, without further ado, let's just jump into our sprayer to see if our crop is accepting the second stage. We should see it change color again. Yep, it does. Let's just go for 50 or 100 meters and then we can check. Nah, I suppose that's enough. And there we are. Second stage is in. It's the in-between blue, I would say. There we go. Alright, so we've got 2 stages confirmed. So here we are, guys. Here we are at the end of the line. So tomorrow morning we can harvest our last crop, and then just do a final assessment of everything we've done and what we've learned. I must say it's been very interesting, guys. It's been very, very interesting. Hope you enjoyed it too so far. I surely did. Right. Just lastly, just have a quick check. The whole field is blue as it should be. Second stage, and then obviously let's forward our time. While we're waiting for that, just want to save here. And then also, right, so obviously we're going to have to forward some more. Let's go to the next morning. There it is. Wonderful. Okay, great demand. Right guys, our harvester is empty, which is important obviously, and we need to go backwards, not forwards. Right, this is going to be interesting, guys. We should relatively get to around 6,100 liters, roughly around there somewhere. Don't know if that's going to happen, but let's just have a look, guys. I know I was just guessing when I said 6.1, but it doesn't look like we're going to get there though. 5.8 about. 5.785. There you have it, guys. All in a day's work. 5.785 liters. 5.785. I think it all makes sense at the end of the day, and it definitely works as they say, except for that bit of confusion at the first test. Great, guys, so let us just round up all our findings into what would we say, just to sort of round off everything and see where we are. With our last test, our seventh harvest, we've done 5.785. Now, as you can see here, I've actually amended this whole findings here, because I've went and spent a bit of time to try and figure out how the game actually calculates, from where it calculates your percentages. So I found the recipe and I've corrected the whole calculations here, and I've added this column here for formulas. This will show you exactly how I got to this percentages. So let's just run through the top, right from our first test, just to sum up everything nice and neatly. So in our first test, we didn't plow, we didn't fertilize, we just cultivate and planted to get a baseline. This is our base. It was 3747, the Boeing, if you guys can remember, 3747 liters. And then the next test, we plowed. So when we plowed with the first one-stage fertilizing, it didn't make any difference. We still got 3747. So this is where you can waste your time. So either you can either choose to only plow or only cultivate and then plant. So it doesn't make a difference whether you cultivate or you plow and then plant. So, or you can do both. It also doesn't make a difference. So there's no difference whether you cultivate and plow or whether you just plow and plant. You know. So yeah, that's the thing there with the one-stage fertilizing. And then on the next three tests we did all the same result. Doesn't matter whatever we did, it all get the same result. So whether we plowed, whether we fertilized and planted, whether we plowed and fertilize and cultivate, same result. Whether we only fertilize and cultivate, same result. And yeah, the formula to get to work that out was we take the 6813 minus the 3747, which is our base. We actually minus the base. We get 3,066 liters extra for fertilizing. There's no difference in plowing, so the plowing's got no effect. You don't get that 10% in this one-stage fertilizing. All right, so and then the other thing is, if you take then the 3066 divided by the base and times it by 100, you get 81%, 81.8%. That is your difference in fertilizing. Great, yes, so 81.8% is what you get there. And it basically, you actually forfeit the 10% of the plowing. That's why you don't really get the 90% as in the other tests. All right. Okay, so that's the first stage, or the one-stage fertilizing. And I don't think it will actually, this whole effect should stay the same throughout whatever crop you use. I don't think it will have any effect, but the percentages should be relatively staying the same, you know. Great, guys. So the next thing is the three-stage fertilizing test that we've done and worked through relentlessly. I mean, the video is almost 4 hours long, my word. So yeah, we've done an extensive workout of the whole thing. And here you will see we've done the base test again, just cultivated plant. And we had to make sure that you needed to plow. Of course, we had to do a whole crop extra just to get rid of the, or to actually get the ground in the state that it's ready to be plowed, you know. So, so we did the base test, the cultivating plant, and it was 3406. That's the base test. Now, this is where the confusion comes in if you use this test as the base. It looks like the developers has used this test as the base for working out the percentages. You'll see it's in there, it's basically in every test. I had to use that one to get to the right percentages. If I use this one as the base, the 3747, the Boeing test, of the Boeing amount, then you get the wrong numbers. So this one works out perfectly to what the developers say, what Giants is saying, you know. So without further ado, let's just whip through it. We've done the base test. 3406 was the base, and then we added plowing to it. The difference was 341 liters, and the difference is then 10% if you use this formula. 3747 minus 3406 is 341, divided by 3406, which is the base, times 100, and it gives you 10%. Excellent. So the next two were exactly the same. We did two tests here, the full house, and we did the one without the cultivating. So only plow, and we just wanted to see what happens if you don't cultivate. And there was no difference in the two. So how we got to that was taking the 6813 minus the 3747, or the 3406, and we get to 3066. And take the 3066 divided by the 3406, was the base, times by 100, and you get 90%. So you get 90% extra for doing the full house. That's 3 fertilizer states, and the plowing and the cultivating. So here the plowing does make that extra difference, and that gives you 90% extra crop. Okay, so if you do that. And then the next one we did to test what happens if you don't plow. Now if you do just fertilizing, cultivating and planting, and you do the 3-stage fertilizing, you actually gain 340 liters above the base, which was 6473, and then not above the base, but above the you get 340 liters less than the full stage. So we did the full stage without plowing, and it made the 340 liters less difference. So that is 5% that you lose if you don't plow, which is quite interesting. Just to work all of that out. So you take the 6813 minus 6473 gives you 340, and you work that out with that formula, divide by the 6813 times 100, and it gives you 5%, but it's actually minus 5%. So you lose 5% of your crop if you don't plow. Okay, so test number 6 was the whole test, the full house test, but just 1-stage fertilizer, and that gave us 1022 liter difference. So we took the 4769, which was the result, minus the 3747, which is our base crop without fertilizing. Remember, we have to use that one now because we did plow. So to get to the 10%, which is the 3747, minus equals 1022 liters of difference, and that works out, if you divide it by the 3406, which is the base, times 100 gives you 30% extra. So that first, if you only fertilize one, you get 30% extra. Then the next one, our last test that we did, was a full house workup with only 2 fertilizing states. So you'll have to wait a day, and then you fertilize again, and then you just leave it, and then once it's ripe, you harvest. It gives you 5785 which was on the wheat crop. Obviously it will differ between all the different types of fruit, and the difference was 2038, which works out on this formula, 5785 minus the 3747. It's a 2038 liter difference, divided by the 3406, which is the base, times 100 gives you 59.8, which is basically, if you round it off, 60%. So yes, guys, my word, that is just a quick run through of what the whole thing was about, you know. So there we are. Well, guys, this is Farmer Bob, and it's really been awesome to do this whole test and to get to the bottom of a lot of these things. And I think it's been really enlightening, you know, to figure out what's going on and how it works. Shoot, I'm still not convinced about the times of the growth, but you know, it looks like it's roughly about 8 hours, 8 to 10 hours per cycle of the 4. There's 4 cycles of growth. So yeah, it looks like it's 8, 16, 24 and then 32. So it looks like it's roughly about 32 hours growing cycles, and then obviously 40 to get to roughly where it's ready to harvest. That's on the 3-stage setting. On the 1-stage setting, I think, well, it all depends obviously what your growth speed is, guys. So yeah, that also makes a huge difference, what the plant growth is. We've done that whole test now on normal speed, you know, so where it normally takes about roughly 2 days to basically get your plants growing. On fast it's 1 day, and on slow I presume it will be 3 to 4 days to get your plants ready for harvest. Wow, okay guys, this is Farmer Bob, and yeah, thank you for joining and spending this whole huge tests with me, and I've really enjoyed it and learned a lot through this. I hope you also found it interesting, and yeah, leave comments if you do. If you like the video, give it a like. I really appreciate that, man, guys. And yeah, as always, take care until we see you again. Cheers, man.